Hey guys, Janet here, aka Gameonysus, and as you guys can probably tell from the title of this video, I quit my job to pursue games journalism. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what that means and just give you guys some background, some insight, and remind you guys of the stuff that I've already been doing, and also plug and mention some of the new stuff that I'm now going to be doing with this change. So I'm going to make this as brief as possible, like the kind of career transition part, just because I actually recorded this already and it was just like super long to try to be like as a young child. Like, it was just too long. So I'll do that kind of videos separately later. If you guys definitely want to see that sooner rather than later, like my background in games journalism and how I got into it and why I like it, and kind of where I first started writing and where I'm writing now, and that process, if you want to see it sooner rather than later, comment below. I'll probably make it regardless. So as a lot of you guys know, especially those of you who watched my Ask Me Anything video, what I did for a career was teaching high school English, and I did that for this calendar year of the school year, basically. So starting in September up until now. And basically the short of it is I've been doing video game journalism stuff for about 3 years, and about a year, maybe more ago, I kind of realized that I would love to do this as a career, and that I do want to do this as a career. And at first I kind of planned to make it, I'd teach for a couple years and then transition into doing games journalism. But then as I actually got into the process of trying to do both those things at once, I just felt really dissatisfied about my ability to do either of those things, since I was doing them both together. I definitely felt like I wasn't able to do as much video game stuff because I was teaching, and obviously that took priority for a lot of reasons. One, it was my actual career where I got like my income from, so that's important. And then two, teaching is really important. I really value that. I hold that at a really high esteem, and I definitely put that on a pedestal, and it should be. Like, you're educating people's kids. Like, that's such an important job and not something I take lightly at all. So I put most of myself into teaching. Whatever I had left, I put into video games, and then there was like pretty little left after that. I just didn't like where things were and how I could allocate my time, and the fact that I was putting so much energy into teaching, which, although I do love that and I do love working with kids, I did end up loving games journalism and games content creation more. So it was really hard to have to put so much of my energy into the thing that was technically at that point a secondary passion to my primary passion. So that's basically why I made the transition, because at first I thought it would be great to do both of those, and I know there are people that have done that. There will be more people that will do that, and there are probably people doing that now that are like, oh, I'm doing great, it's fine. If you can do that, that's awesome. Personally, I just couldn't, because I just felt really limited by the amount of time I can put in. And if I'm not putting more time into writing and social media networking and pitching and all that other stuff, it's not going to grow big enough where I could ever make that a smooth transition. So I'm like, well, if it's never going to be a smooth transition, let's just do this now and get it going. So that's what I'm doing. And that's basically my motivations and kind of why I'm doing it now, and a little bit of background on how I got to that point. Now I just want to talk briefly about the stuff that I've already been doing, just as reminders, because I know some of you guys might just be new to the channel, or you might just watch my videos or not really know the other stuff that I do related to video games. So as usual, I've been writing for Nerd Munch. Been writing for them for about a year, and what I do on there is primarily feature articles. I'll do stuff like A Way Out, how competition actually drives the experience, the value of finishing games you don't like, why Wheels of Aurelia is an underrated and overlooked indie game on the Nintendo Switch, stuff like that. Just kind of somewhat obscure, just personal, but also stuff I try to make have a universal appeal, or things I think will be interesting to people to check out. I also recently got to do some tech reviews for them, which was really cool. I did some RocoCat stuff, and I have also started doing some YouTube content on their channels. So their channel's Nerd Munch, of course, and I do this kind of show called The Bulletin. I'm hoping to make that a little bit more of a regular thing, but it's basically just me engaging with something that's relevant to games. So I try to make that a little bit more news time now based. So my E3 predictions went up there. When Pokemon Let's Go was announced, I commented on that channel. So it's a little bit more tied to what's literally going on in the news space of games. And those are things I do for Nerd Much. Of course, I still have this channel, and we're going to keep it moving, and it's going to be awesome. The channel is actually one of my favorite things to do. I don't think it's ever really going to become my full bread and butter for like who I am as a journalist and or content creator, but I love this channel and I love talking to you guys, so that's just been super fun. Definitely gonna keep doing that. I have Patreon kind of tied to that, but we'll talk about Patreon at the end. A big thing that I do want to announce, though, that you guys haven't really heard yet, I kind of put this out on Twitter a little bit, but I am also doing news for PlayStationLifestyle.net, which is really exciting. I've been wanting to do like official news coverage for a place for a while. So it's just really great to be part of the team. Today I am recording this on Monday, and it was my first official day doing like a full shift. So I cover news from 5:30 a.m. CST to around 10:30 a.m. CST, depending on how quickly I can crank out the articles. So that's why I have my PlayStation Sony shirt on today. I got this at GameStop. Isn't it like super cute? Like there's actually some good shirts at GameStop, guys. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. So definitely check them out, follow them on Twitter. I'm definitely gonna be retweeting a lot of their stuff and quote tweeting a lot of their stuff. All links for stuff like this will be in the description below. Something else I'm doing that's new is going to be Twitch. I'm probably going to regularly do some Twitch streaming. Right now the plan is to do Sundays. I'm going to do Steam Cleaner Sundays, where I pick like a random game in my Steam library and just kind of try to play it for you guys and see if it's good or not. Like just random games I got from Humble Bundle, basically, that are just sitting in my collection. So I'm going to do that on Sundays. On Wednesday, I'm going to do WTF Gameonysus, aka What the Fuck Gameonysus, and that's a series I started like when I originally started my channel, which was literally like 2 years ago. I didn't actually start like doing the channel regularly until this calendar year, 2018, but like just for fun, before I like thought about doing any of this, I was like, oh, what if I try to make some Let's Plays and then just put them on the internet. So those are still up there on my channel, actually. I don't know if I'm going to take them down at all or not, but basically the concept is that I play a like weird game. Usually it's indie just because of like price, so I will pull out stuff from itch.io, and sometimes the games end up being really, really fun and cool. Like Pack-a-Pong was such a great game. I love that game. Sometimes they end up just being kind of bad, so like I'm Dead Where Are My Keys? That game was not good. Like it was kind of broken and it made me really nauseous, but we never know what it's gonna end up being, and I just choose it like what sounds wacky and strange, and then I just play that and I talk to you guys about it as I play it. So I'm gonna be doing that on Twitch. The plan is to just bring those videos over to YouTube space as well. So once again, it's twitch.tv/Gameonysus. All my stuff is branded with Gameonysus. Except for, I guess, the thing I'm going to mention next, which I used to, write on my own website, like, which was Gameonysus.com, basically. That website still exists, and I use it more as a portfolio and, like, monthly update space. So what I'm going to start doing is, like, I made a WordPress where my other work can live. So it's going to be stuff that basically, like, doesn't fit on the sites that I regularly write for. So, like, doesn't, have a home there, and maybe doesn't, like, either doesn't get accepted when I pitch it, or maybe I feel like it's not really something that's very pitchable. So all of that stuff is going to go on my like blog website, which is going to be called browngamergirl.wordpress.com. Actually, our URL already existed. The URL already exists. It's existed for a while because I've been wanting to do this for a while. I just haven't had time. So yeah, that's going to be really, really fun. For starters, I'm going to just kind of make it my own stuff going on. I do have some dreams of making this like a huge deal, but right now it's basically just gonna be my own blog. I'll kind of roll out more of like the themes, but a couple like series that I want to do. Once again, they're gonna be like super specific. So I want to do a series that I already started on Gameonysus.com, which is Fuckboys in Video Game History, in which I examine the fuckboys of video game history. So I started with Warren from Life is Strange. I have a couple other people in mind for that series, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, overall, I'm just really looking forward to building more skills, connecting with more people, learning more about the industry, working really hard, and then just making cool stuff that I am passionate about, I'm interested in, and that you guys also, seem to be drawn to as well. Of course, everything is in kind of collaboration with what you guys are into and what you want to see more, because at the end of the day, like, this is about like making stuff and kind of creating a community and finding a community. And if it was really just about like me doing my own thing, then I would just like not really be sharing it out. So yeah, I think those are just about everything. The other big thing I'm working on though is pitching and trying to find more work, because once again, the goal is to be like, okay, I can pay all my bills just from like video game stuff. And that's going to come through a couple avenues right now until I can like land something like major full time. So if you guys know any places that would be good for pitches, if you, you know, have any contacts you want to like send my way, if you see like cool things or like places that are hiring, like definitely at me on Twitter, you know, comment, shoot me an email, just smoke signal, whatever you guys want to do. Just because, you know, a lot of times that is how you end up finding stuff. Like I do look around a lot for, you know, positions and things that I can be doing, but I am only one person and things will slip through the cracks. So like you guys giving me feedback or like adding me with stuff has always been so cool. Like I got like so much like support when like IGN positions were open and things like that. Like it's just been really awesome how much you guys have like been supportive of me in this and want to see me be successful and are part of that success by watching or by liking or by sharing or reading my articles, or just all the different ways you guys can kind of join me on this journey, I guess. And that's been really cool already. So I'm just excited to keep it moving and really like focus on building everything up and making this bigger and better than ever. On that note as well, so once again, kind of swinging back to, I guess, ways to follow what I do or support what I do. Once again, everything will be in the description below. My handle across everything is Gameonysus, so definitely give me a follow on social media platforms. And then the last thing I just want to talk about is my Patreon. So that's definitely a great way to support me. We have like a nice little community on Patreon. So what I have so far on Patreon, in case you guys aren't familiar, there's the $1 early access. There's $2 an exclusive video, which is my retrospective series. $3, I will do a monthly video game related haiku or limerick. $5 tier, this one's my most popular one. You get letters from a video game world, so I'll like write to you as if I'm in a video game world. The fun thing about them, I think, that a lot of people are kind of drawn to is that you have to try to kind of guess where it's from, and I do drop a lot of hints in there, and at the very end of the letter I try to make it like super obvious, where even if you like really don't know, you could just like Google like the keywords or something and it would be fine. So yeah, that's been really fun to just write and come up with and have people connect with and try to guess like what the place is, and it's just nice to kind of have something like physical as well. And then right now the $10 tier is you can choose a game I do for like a $5 holler video, so as long as it's $5 or less on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, 3DS, iPhone, iOS, whatever, then I'll be down to do that as well. I have a couple people on there, but no one's really actually like, I've contacted them about the game and no one really has. A lot of times with Patreon, a lot of people just kind of do it out of support and they don't really like engage too much with like the tier itself. But like I said, the letter one has been really popular, so that one might be one you guys want to check out. But yeah, it's been really cool. I'll put like a bunch of stuff on there, you know, early access on my videos, like I said. So yeah, it's just been great. I've been doing that since the channel started, and like I said, we're at $81 and I need to get to 100 to see the 4 videos or more. After that, I have extra goals as well, but a lot of them were just about creating like a new series. Like when I get to $200, I want to like get a subscription box to something video game related and then raffle off the box every month to one of you guys. So I definitely want to like continue to like produce more and give back to you guys as a community. The more that like I end up getting, like you guys end up getting. Check that out if you guys haven't already. And then I think that is just about it. Feels kind of weird to have this done. I was thinking about doing this for forever. So thanks for checking this out. Be sure to hit thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys here next time. Bye.